It's quite interesting to see this form of thought, because I think this is certainly one of the things I have thought about before. The older you get, and especially when you get into the workforce, and then when you get busy with very important things, or at least things that you consider very, very important, you just realize how short the day actually is. You realize how fast-paced life is, and how much little time you seem to have, despite the fact that it's still 24 hours. It's 24 hours for everyone, but then the number of things you engage with on a daily basis and how much time it takes to tick off each of those engagements per day just seems to leave you with just about no time for yourself. And so you always have, I certainly have been in a situation where I've had to defend myself, as to why I haven't replied a message that is nearly 36 hours waiting. But then when I thought deeper into it, I think I'm probably just looking at it in the wrong way, because I do not know where I found the idea that some of the things that are supposed to be considered important sometimes could be very easily achieved sometimes as well. I do not think that is actually the case. It might be the case in some very isolated situations, because you can always find outlying situations where the most ridiculous of ideas were applied to. But then on a general basis, a lot of, just like you do with the pursuit of wealth and the pursuit of freedom and resources, I think relationships as well require, if not the same or even more attention and sacrifice, because the amount of time and intentionality it takes to keep relationships alive, especially relationships that you have had when you had so much time in your hand, especially when you were in high school, as a child, teenage, because you certainly had more time then than you do typically, generally speaking, when you become an adult. So it is very easy to understand how you always feel like you are running out of time all the time, and it could get to a point where you very comfortably fall into the excuse or that bracket of people who always use the idea of busy to not keep up with relationship. I am certainly guilty of this. I'm not finger wagging here. I'm the worst when it comes to this, but then I've had to call myself to order and try to the best of my ability to see how I can reach out to people who I consider important. I consider everyone I've come across in my life at any point in time to be important, but there are people who you shared a laugh with, you shared a moment with, you shared an extended period of time with, where you allied your focus into something that both of you guys or in a group considered important and worked towards it and probably achieved it. I think people like that you should keep in contact with, and the idea of being busy sometimes is valid, but I've certainly felt appreciative when people have gone out of their way, even once in 2-3 months, to say hi to me, even when I've completely or almost completely forgotten about them. So if you ever thought that it was going to be easy to check up on the people you consider important, then I do not think you are thinking about it properly. It is supposed to be something that will make you somewhat uncomfortable and requires a lot of deliberate action and intentionality to be able to keep alive. So I would say a reconsideration will probably be in order as far as I'm concerned. So let's work on this together. I saw this video today and it made for an interesting call to order once again for myself, and sharing it to you guys as well. Why not?